Let's jump to another opening system, and now you can start the game with this move d4. And probably your opponent will play this d5, and now the idea is to play c4, and this is Queen's Gambit territory, because White would like to remove that pawn from d5 and after that to play this pawn on e4, right? And one of not the most popular replies, but a common replies to capture here on c4, and this is Queen's Gambit accepted, because black accepts that pawn. Of course you cannot protect that pawn forever, you can capture that pawn for sure, White can capture it definitely back. For example, he can give a check right now on a4 and capture by Queen a4, he is attacking the king and c4 pawn, so black doesn't have any real way to protect that pawn. But you can do it in more elegant way. You should not develop your queen very early in the game, and you should play this move e3. The idea is to capture that pawn with the bishop, right? We have a lot of transposition here, but this is a good move order because you are attacking the pawn, and if your opponent is a pawn grabber and he tries to play something like b5 to protect the pawn and claim that he can win in the endgame with this extra pawn, he is very close to falling into the trap. Because now we are going to play this powerful move a4. We would like to destroy this coordination of pawns, and now what to do? After a6, this is a terrible mistake because we can capture on b5 and this pawn on a6 is pinned. For example, if he captures here, we can grab the rook, then protect the rook on a8. For that reason he should not play a6, but he might try this move c6. And already he fell into the trap. Now you have a powerful continuation to continue the game. Can you find it? You should capture here. You should always think about the forcing moves or the captures. Now you capture something, he should recapture, and now you have the killing blow. And this diagonal is open. Usually we cannot capture the enemy rook so early in the game, but after queen f3, the rook on a8 is trapped and we are going to win the rook. And most of my opponents resign here, and maybe some of them play this move on b7, but this is a piece up because we capture here. The idea is to save the rook, but we capture there, then we can recapture the pawn on b5. We are attacking the c4 pawn. We have a free development, knight f3, short castling. After that we can develop the other knight on c3. The pawn on a7 is weak, so White is winning here. We have material advantage, right? And this is a trap in Queen's Gambit accepted, and this particular game is played between Greco and non-name in Europe 1620. And after d4, d5, c4, I told you, the Queen's Gambit accepted is d takes c4, and now we have this move e3. This is a very natural move, a very nice move. Don't be afraid about this bishop because we are going to develop this bishop later. For example, a good move order here is to play something like knight f6, knight c3, and for example something like that, capture the pawn. And black's idea is to play c5 and create the isolated pawn, short castling, capture, and now this bishop is opened. For that reason e3 is a very theoretical sound move. You should play that, it's totally okay, but you don't have only this theory in your head, but you have a nasty trap and you can play against the pawn grabbers. This is the idea. After e3, if he tries to protect that pawn on c4, then you should play this powerful move a4, and after c6 he is gone because you can capture on b5, c takes b5 and queen f3. You are winning here. I hope you enjoyed that video. You are very welcome to click the thumbs up button, subscribe in the channel, and stay with me in order to learn more and more opening theory and traps. Today I'd like to present one of my games with a lot of ups and downs, missed opportunities and golden shots. So I started the game with e4 and he replied with e5. My opponent was totally unrated in online internet blitz and he played very fast his moves. and I went here knight to c3, try for Vienna opening, and my idea after that is to play f4. He went c6 very fast, and now I was thinking for a little and I played d4. The idea behind this move is that after this recapture I can develop my queen, and now he cannot kick my queen with this natural move knight to c6. But he didn't capture that pawn. After d4 he played instantly queen to a5. Okay, then I continue to developing my pieces and put some pressure, because now I'm threatening the e5 pawn, and now he played knight to f6. And he just created some problems now, because my knight is pinned and he is threatening to capture the pawn on e4. What are you going to do now? And during the game I was thinking to capture here on e5 and or to capture with a pawn, I don't know, but he can recapture here. And now white have a very strong move, and of course it was a blitz game, I didn't have a lot of time to think, and the best move is knight to f3. And now we are threatening this pawn on f7, and for that reason he should do something about that. And probably he should drop back the knight, and after that we can continue development. It's not good to develop the bishop on c4, because you can reply with d5, gaining and tempo. For that reason we should develop the bishop to another square, probably to d3, and why white is much better here. And I didn't play that, and I just went bishop c4 immediately. You see, this is not the best move, but I just would like to develop my pieces. He captured here and I castling. And as you can see, this is not a very good strategy for black, because he moved his pieces a lot of times. He would like to capture a pawn or something, but his king is still there and his pieces will be undeveloped. So he captured here on c3, b takes c3, queen takes c3. Our rook on a1 is under attack, and we should do something about that. And similarly, the bishop on c4 is under attack as well. But his pieces is totally undeveloped, and now I found a very interesting idea to continue the game. Actually, I had that in mind before playing this move bishop to c4. And my idea is to capture here on f7, and now after king takes f7 I was planned to capture the e5 pawn with check. He went back on e8, and now you may like to pause the video and try to find the best move here. Our rook on a1 is under attack, but we have a fantastic move here. What do you think? During the game I just played queen h5. This is the second best move. It's very good actually. But the fantastic move is bishop to g5. What is the idea behind it? Is to control these squares, and for example if he played something normal, d6 for example, or something like that, then we can deliver a check on h5, g6, and now we can capture on g6. And now all of our pieces are coordinated, and after this recapture we can give a check here on g6. He can go on d7, but now we can deliver a checkmate in 2 moves. Can you find it? Yes, queen f7 check, bishop e7 is the only move, and now we can deliver a checkmate. But it was an opportunity here. I didn't find the bishop g5, a very nice move, develop everything, and his king is still in the center of the board. I went for this check, the amateur check. I see a check and I just give it, and now he played the g6. Now I just capture here, and the idea is to expose the pin, because if he just recapture I can capture the rook, and he just capture on g6, because he was thinking that I can capture the rook and then he can capture my rook on a1 as well. And now I know that the best move is to capture the rook on h8. This is very good for white, but I had an idea here. And before just capture the rook, I think, okay, I can give some checks, right? I don't have the check on e1 because the queen can capture that, but I have this double attack, queen e5, attacking the king and rook. And the most natural move for him after this check queen e5 is to go on d8. But this is a terrible blunder, because then we can develop the bishop with check, right? And the rook is still unprotected. This was my idea, and for that reason during the game I played that queen to e5. But the best move here is to capture the rook on h8, and after queen takes a1, now white is winning. Of course you can try to think, and the best move is bishop h6 because we are threatening this bishop on f8. This bishop is pinned and we develop all of our pieces, and similarly we are attacking the queen, and he cannot do anything here. He can just resign. But during the game I played this tricky move. Obviously the best move is to went here on f7. This is the most stubborn defense, and then I can recapture the rook as well. It's nothing really bad, but I tried to trick him at this point, and after this recapture on a1, then I can develop my bishop on h6. This is the best, and now I'm winning because again I'm threatening the bishop and the queen. This is the winning idea, and here it's not good to capture immediately on f8 because we are a piece down. And after king takes f8, of course we can capture his queen with this discover attack, bishop h6 check, queen f7, rook takes a1, and black is really better here because now he can develop his pieces, for example, and he has an extra light piece, an extra knight. Let's go back, and king f7 was the best, but after my trick, queen e5 was my trick, he went here on d8, and now he's gone, everything is lost because I went on g5 check. Now he paused for a little because he understood that my queen not only attacked the rook and the king, but similarly controls the c7 square. He went here, bishop e7, I captured the bishop with check, king e8, and now I didn't find the best move. Of course, you're very welcome to pause the video and try to think again. It is checkmate in 3 moves. And I followed the Russian rules, and the Russian rules said if you see a checkmate and a piece, then you should capture the piece, because with an extra piece you are going to win for sure. And for that reason I just go here, I give a discover check, and I capture his queen. His only good developed piece, the queen, I just grab it, I eliminate it from the board. He went here and I delivered the checkmate later, I'll show you how. But the checkmate is bishop f6. This is the best check because he should go here on f8, queen e7, king g8, and now the final checkmate can, the queen on g7 can finalize the game. But during the game I went here, bishop b4, he went on f7, he didn't resign, and actually when you lost everything you should resign the game, and to save some time, to save some energy, and show little respect to your opponent. I captured his queen, he went here on e8, I gave another check, king g8, and of course I eliminate his only active piece, rook fe1, he captured here, I recapture on e1, knight a6, now you can see that all of my pieces are very active, and for that reason I went for the final attack, rook e8, king h7, queen f7, king h6, another check, using all of my pieces, king h5, rook h8 check, king g4, and now I deliver the checkmate with the pawn. Another little pawn join the battle and deliver the final checkmate. I hope you enjoyed that short video. Of course, you're very welcome to click the thumbs up button, subscribe in the channel if you are not already a subscriber, and see you soon. All the best.
So, why you should become a member? This is an amazing opportunity to you to support the channel and gain access to exclusive perks. Well, it's not just about supporting the channel, it's about becoming part of the exclusive community. You'll be helping me to continue creating the content you love, and in return you get some fantastic benefits. We have 3 membership levels tolerated fit everyone needs: the gold, the diamond and the platinum. Join us as a member is a great way to interact with me directly. You will get loyalty badges next to your name in comments, access to custom emojis and special discounts. I prioritize replies to members. Access exclusive videos available only for members to enhance your chess skills. The time to improve is now. On the platinum membership plan you will get a chess course for free. So what you are waiting for? Click the join button to become a member today. Let's take this journey together to the next level and unlock these amazing perks.